ABCs of a successful weight loss journey: accountability. Be accountable and be in control of your weight loss journey. It may include keeping and updating a weight loss journal or having an accountability partner who is interested in the same progress as you. B. Believe in yourself. Tell yourself that you are capable of losing weight like others. The fact that you can't lose weight is all in the mind, so change your mindset. C. Consistency for sustainable results. You need to be regular in daily affairs, work out and watch your diet regularly. D. Determination. Deliberate and dedicated to your weight loss aspiration, as if it is a paid job. Eat right. Your diet is the most important aspect of your journey. You need to decide to eat healthy, because you are what you eat. Forget your past. This is a new beginning. Stop looking at how your unhealthy life has been in the past and kickstart a healthy lifestyle. G. Goal setting. Set realistic targets. It may be 2, 3, or 5 pounds per month. Be very clear about what you want and go for it. Monitor your progress through measurements and weighing at regular intervals to know how close or far you are to your target. Hydration. Drink at least 8 to 12 glass cups of water per day. It helps to build your metabolism, detoxify your system, improve your skin health. Inspired by reading weight loss success stories and inspire others too with your transformation. It helps to sustain your motivation levels. J. Join challenges. Your preferred workout program should incorporate challenges among members. It creates a healthy competition focused on achieving your body goals. It is also a fun way to lose weight without realizing it. K. Keep a weight loss journal. You cannot improve what you don't measure. Write down your goals, starting dates and measurements, and take photos too. It will help you stay focused and working towards your body and fitness goals. Love yourself. If you often say this to yourself, I hate the way I look, my belly fat is horrendous, I can never have a bikini body. Stop, just stop being too hard on yourself. When you look in the mirror, tell yourself you are the most amazing person in the world. Change your negative mindset and watch your success. Trust me. Meditation. Find time to relax and de-stress. It could be 1 out of 7 days in a week. Your body needs it for muscle repair and rejuvenation. Skipping stretching and relaxation can lead to burnout and eventually discourage you from continuing your journey. And non-scale victory. Celebrate some weight loss gains you may not see on your weighing scale, such as fitting into a smaller top, better blood pressure numbers, being able to run up the stairs without being breathless, being taken off medications, etc. Celebrate every success you achieve along the way. Optimism. Positive. You may have tried several things to lose weight that did not work. It doesn't mean you can never lose weight. Try to stay positive always, as this mindset is necessary for your success. P. Push your body to change that body look. There is no shortcut to losing weight. Shortcuts have proven not to be sustainable. If it takes you to push your body and get out of your comfort zone to kick fat in the butt, then do it, because you will reap the benefits and you will have the energy to be useful to your loved ones. Q. Quit unhealthy habits. This is a must for you, because unhealthy habits will keep jeopardizing your weight loss progress, such as smoking, alcohol intake, high sugar intake, poor sleep, sedentary lifestyle, eating unhealthy foods with high calorie content, etc. Reward yourself for your progress. There are several ways to do this. It could involve buying yourself a smaller sized outfit you now fit into due to losing weight, or getting a professional massage from all that muscle exhaustion from workouts. You are all you've got. Be kind to yourself. Sleep well. Contrary to some opinions, do you know that you can aid your weight loss by sleeping at least 7-8 hours in a day? Lack of quality sleep releases stress hormone that signals your body to conserve energy to fuel your waking hours, which implies that you will hang on to fat. Tenacity. Never give up. You need this attitude to keep going, because there are times when the scale will not smile at you, or you encounter a plateau on your journey. It happens to everyone, just don't quit. Keep going and your body will reward you in due course. You understand your body and listen to it. Every day will not always be the same. There will be days when you won't feel like working out. Don't be too hard on yourself. Listen to your body, relax, take days off, but don't give in to unhealthy cravings. Be value positive relationships. Careful about the people you mingle with. Fuel positive relationships that are interested in your weight loss success and stay away from people seeking your downfall and hoping you will give up. Workout regularly. This is another pillar of weight loss and fitness goals. You need to exercise, get those endorphins in, feel good, feel fit, and your heart will thank you. Excuses don't burn calories, and following a diet alone can make you lazy and unfit. Stay active and keep moving. Xoxoy will need lots of this in a supportive group. I can't overemphasize this. You need to interact with people of like minds who are interested in your progress and willing to help you throughout your journey. You get to see where others are struggling, and you can all overcome your challenges together. Why you can do it. Yes. 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 You totally can do it. You've got this. Now go kick that fat in the butt and embrace your healthy lifestyle. No one will do it for you. Zeal devoted and passionate about your journey, and you will soon be an inspiration to many others. Trust me, if you follow all these ABC advice, your weight loss success will be guaranteed. These fundamental tips have led to my 50 pounds weight loss, and I am now using Metamucil for weight loss. Metamucil has only one real drawback when it comes to weight loss or weight control. As a fiber supplement, Metamucil is outstanding. It is a great way to add needed fiber to one's diet. Any rounded tablespoon of Metamucil with real sugar provides 3 grams of dietary fiber. Recommended usage is generally 1 rounded tablespoon up to 3 times daily, which would provide 9 or so grams of dietary fiber to one's diet. For appetite control, the recommendation is 2 tablespoons before each meal. Assuming 3 meals, the fiber intake can be up to 18 grams. The FDA recommends 28 grams of dietary fiber daily. Used as appetite control, Metamucil alone would cover 18 grams of that. And the amount of fiber from Metamucil's sugar-free version is the same as that, with real sugar. In terms of its macronutrient content, Metamucil is fat-free. It is not, however, carbohydrate-free. 2 tablespoons of Metamucil with real sugar contain 23 grams of carbohydrates, of which added sugars account for 16 grams. 2 teaspoons of the sugar-free version have 10 grams of carbohydrates and 0 added sugars. Although Metamucil has versions made with stevia and other variations, the 2 most popular would seem to be the Metamucil Real Sugar Orange Smooth Powder and its sugar-free version. And its popularity is a no-brainer for me. I love both products. The taste reminds me of Tang. And I loved Tang growing up. It was the drink of astronauts with a full day's supply of vitamin C. What was not to love? With Metamucil, I would get the great taste of Tang with all the great benefits of fiber. Yet, for all that is great about Metamucil, it does have one real drawback. That drawback is sugar. Let's suppose one uses Metamucil as an appetite control supplement. 2 tablespoons before each meal would bring 69 grams of carbohydrates to the game, of which 48 grams would be added sugar. Not the end of the world, but it is almost the equivalent of a can of regular soda. That is a lot of sugar. Because if one is using it for appetite control, then the weight is certainly a concern. While getting the extra 18 grams of dietary fiber is great, it comes at a cost of consuming 48 grams of sugar. And sugar has no nutritional value. In fact, one could even say that it has negative nutritional value. The other popular item is the sugar-free version. With 0 added sugar, it would seem to address the issue of all that added sugar. However, the subtraction of real sugar is replaced by the addition of aspartame. While the FDA has approved aspartame, it is of questionable value for some in the weight loss community. There is a lot of people drinking diet sodas and still very overweight. The inference may be unfair to aspartame, but artificial sweeteners are, to state the obvious, artificial. There also now seems to be a stevia variation, but Metamucil Real Sugar Orange Smooth Powder still seems to be the most popular. So, the question then becomes one of the options. After all, if one wants to continue enjoying the benefits of Metamucil, but leery of all that added sugar or artificial sweeteners, except of course stevia, then what are the options? Well, one option is to forego the fiber supplement and focus on fiber. If your diet is rich in fibrous food, then there look at the ingredient list for Metamucil. It is a psyllium husk. Psyllium husk is the only source of fiber in Metamucil. Stripped of the maltodextrin, citric acid, and so forth, all that is left is the psyllium husk. A tablespoon of psyllium husk holds about 6.47 grams of fiber with 0 sugars. A tablespoon of Metamucil real sugar orange smooth powder provides about 3 grams with 8 grams of real sugar. Measure for measure, taking psyllium husk directly provides far greater bang for the buck. Still, in the hectic rush of the day, it may be difficult to get all the fiber one needs from whole foods. And if appetite control is the issue, then certainly a supplement like Metamucil would fit the bill. Also, the experience of drinking psyllium mixed in water is far less palatable than drinking that wonderful tang like Metamucil. In fact, psyllium husk doesn't really dissolve much in the water. You just have to drink all down fast. Frankly, it's just not pleasant. For a dietary fiber supplement, Metamucil is a good option. However, one must recognize that it comes at the expense of consuming a lot of sugar or consuming artificial sweeteners. And so concerning weight loss or weight control, the extra 48 grams of sugar and/or artificial sweeteners could be a deal breaker. Lastly, I would be remiss if I did not mention Metamucil as a supplement for digestive health, specifically for alleviating constipation and promoting regular bowel movements. In fact, my initial purpose in drinking Metamucil was to help with my bowel movements. Sugar and weight control or loss aside, I would strongly recommend Metamucil for just this reason. But then this would a subject for another article in and of itself. Weight loss advice: the human race is like licorice of all sorts, you never know what you are going to get. There are as many personalities as there are people, and there are a variety of shapes and sizes. It is therefore to accept who you are, but at the same time change what you can change. You may have no control over your build, but you can choose what you put in your mouth. You may have no control of what talents you have been given, but you have control over what you do with what you have been given. The world puts unrealistic expectations on people and especially young women. They are expected to look as glamorous as those who appear in glossy women's magazines. Is it any wonder that so many women suffer from low self-esteem if women think that they have too much pressure on them to look as fabulous as a Hollywood star? Many of them expect men to have the perfect physical body. Let me tell you my story. I have always been skinny, all through my life. I meet women from time to time who say, "You're too skinny," and so on. Once a young lady was telling me about her boyfriend and how he looks after himself. He had a good physical body. She was having a dig at me. At the time I was jogging 6 miles plus per day and was competing in athletics every weekend. Sometimes on both the Saturday and Sunday. As with all of the comments that have been made about me being skinny, I have never taken offense, nor suffered from an inferiority complex or low self-esteem because of it. Accept who you are and not let your body shape determine your self-worth. You shouldn't allow comments by others to determine your self-worth either. If others cannot accept who you are, then that is their problem, not yours. Bottom line is that you can only live your life according to your own circumstances and not compare yourself with others, because it will be similar to comparing apples to pears. Your value is not determined by what others say about you. It is not determined by your dress size or by your achievements. You may see the achievements of high-profile sportspeople being applauded on TV, but this will all pass. There are thousands of unsung heroes whom society takes for granted, but they do their work day after day without complaint, and even a modest round of applause. My suggestion is to focus on a healthy eating mindset rather than a lose weight. It is far easier to achieve a goal based on what you eat and how much you eat, rather than it is to lose weight. Like all things in life worth striving for, losing weight takes effort and sacrifice, and only you can decide whether the outcome was worth it. I had a weight loss of 11.2 pounds in 2 weeks, doing THC, had a weight loss drop of 11.2 pounds in 2 weeks, by following a smart but a tough diet that focused on getting fat and carb consumption down to 0. To compensate and minimize muscle loss, I increased my protein intake dramatically. I was eating close to 1 gram of protein per bodyweight. It began on April 18, 2021 and ended on May 1, 2021. My start weight was 194.4 pounds. 2 weeks later, I weighed myself at 183.2 pounds. Generally, I have always approached weight loss much like how I approached muscle gain. I believed that a gain of 2 to 3 pounds of muscle in a month would be great. After all, at that rate, you would have theoretically gained over 24 pounds of muscle in 1 year. That would be significant. Likewise, stories of people dropping 100 to 200 pounds in 1 year notwithstanding, I believed that a weight loss of 1 pound a week was good. This steady loss could accumulate to over 50 pounds in a year. That would or could be life-changing. Although I still believe in the slow and steady approach, I felt that weighing 195 pounds at a height of 5 feet and 8 inches with high blood pressure and being a borderline diabetic was a terrible position to be in. And turning 60 in a few months only added to the urgency of getting my weight under control. With that mind frame, I essentially went on a starvation diet that Rusty Moore likes to call crash dieting with precision. The essence of this approach is to eliminate fats and carbohydrates. It is low-fat and low-carb diet. But the key to surviving this diet is to dramatically increase the protein intake. It becomes a high-protein, low-fat, and low-carb diet. You eat the absolute bare minimum to hold onto muscle and discard everything else. If you are eating carbs and fats, then that is what your body is burning, not stored fat cells. By reducing fats and carbs to the bare minimum, you are getting out of your body's way as it depletes the stored fat to use as fuel. I ate in the neighborhood of 180 to 200 grams of protein a day. A couple of days, that dropped to maybe 150 grams. Using the high of 200 grams, that would equate to 800 calories. The fats and carbs would put the calorie maintenance number for a 5 feet 8 inches man weighing 195 pounds at around 2,400 calories. Using the 1,000 calorie intake number, I was theoretically 1,400 calories under. Over a 14-day period, my total under number was 19,600 calories. 600 calories equate to about 4.8 pounds of fat. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories, therefore 1 kilogram of fat equals 9,000 calories. 1 kilogram equals 2.2 pounds, and the math brings it all to 4,091 calories per pound. Theoretically, I lost 5 pounds of fat. Add in water weight loss, and the 11.2 pound drop is reasonable. This is what happens when you drive your daily caloric intake way under your maintenance levels. Taking in only 35% to 40% of your daily needs is extreme. Eating this much less means no starchy complex carbohydrates like grains, rice, or pasta. It also means no carbohydrate-dense foods like potatoes, nuts, and so forth. Fruits are also out. The 9 calories per gram of fat are clearly out. For 2 weeks, I ate skinless, boneless chicken breast, tuna packed in water, and all kinds of fibrous vegetables like celery, spinach, cucumbers, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and lettuce. A cup of broccoli has 30 calories and 0.34 grams of fat. A stick of celery has 6 calories and 0.7 grams of fat. I would have 3 or 4 sticks a day. Chicken bone broth has 45 calories and 0.4 grams of fat. I would look for either 0 grams of fat or at least under 1 gram for all the food that I ate. I also drink 2 to 3 cups of green tea a day. I liberally used protein powder to up my protein intake. This is an enormously difficult approach. 14 days of baked chicken breast and tuna salad is not easy. Even with a plethora of fat-free dressings and dipping sauces available, 14 days is a long time. Still, there were and are other options that can help. For instance, fat-free Greek yogurt and other types of yogurt blends helped. Also 99% fat-free ground turkey was a good option. But really, the most helpful was my outlook. This diet, however difficult it was or maybe, is only something a person in a developed nation can undertake. For many people living in real hunger, this diet would be a cornucopia of food. In that respect, I had nothing to complain about. Perhaps the key to this approach being successful is the after diet. How I eat now will determine whether those 11 pounds lost will find their way back to me. To keep those pounds lost, I am cycling through this phase where I am eating just below my maintenance caloric level while still minimizing fat. So essentially, I am now on a high carbohydrate, modest protein, and low fat diet. By I mean fat at under 10%. FDA recommends 30%. 30% of the daily caloric intake from fat equates to about 55 to 65 grams of fat. A cup of white rice contains about 0.5 grams of fat or less. Following the FDA guidelines would equate to me eating about 120 cups of white rice. That's not happening. While I am not a dietitian nor a nutritionist, I believe eating fat makes one fat. Sure, at some point, excessive carbohydrates or proteins will be converted to fat, but I am guessing that the body prefers to use carbs as energy and protein to build muscle. And the body stores fat. I have enough fat storage. So, for the next 2 weeks, I will spend time eating pasta, rice, nuts, cereal, sorbet, and other deliciously high-carb foods that have little to no fat. After the 2 weeks, I will cycle back through this crash diet with precision. I will alternate until I reach my goal of 160 pounds. A 60-year-old man standing 5 feet 8 inches weighing 160 pounds with blood pressure in the 120/70th range with a manageable blood sugar level works for me. You want to lose 10 to 15 pounds in 2 weeks, check out Fat Loss Boost, but understand this isn't a walk in park. Plus, check out Tom Venuto's new flexible meal planning for burning the fat and feeding the muscle that Metamucil brings to the table. The natural inclination would be to think that it would also be good as a weight loss supplement. Certainly, it could be no worse than some of the pills and fads out there. But to understand whether Metamucil would work as a weight loss supplement, one must first look at what its main intent is. FDA's recommended total dietary fiber intake is around 25 grams daily. A cup of broccoli has about 2.5 grams. A medium banana has a bit more than 3 grams. A cup of split pea soup has about 16 grams. Lentils are also high fiber. But truthfully, for the average, overweight American, getting enough fiber is a task. And why is fiber important? In a word or two, it's all about digestive health. Fiber moves stuff along. When waste builds in your digestive infrastructure, nothing good can come of it. It could increase your risk of colon cancer and certainly leave you constipated. Fiber goes a long way in keeping your digestive tract clean. It feeds good bacteria to your gut. Fiber also slows digestion, which is particularly important when it comes to the subject of sugar. By slowing sugar's absorption, fiber can help in achieving and maintaining healthy blood sugar levels. So, how does Metamucil work? First, it's fiber from psyllium husks. When digested, these psyllium husks will expand in your digestive tracts and become a gelatinous blob. This causes your intestine to contract and start pushing this blob through. Metamucil began its life as a laxative to stimulate bowel movements and to reduce symptoms of constipation and maybe diarrhea. Along the way, FDA concluded that a healthy diet that was low in saturated fats, cholesterol, and high fiber could reduce the risk of heart disease. Additionally, some tests showed fiber to have a positive effect on controlled blood sugar levels. It was and is good. Because Metamucil is fiber, Metamucil reaped the benefits of this good news. But the segue to weight loss is not as concrete as some would have you believe. The notion that Metamucil can be an effective weight loss supplement comes in 2 parts. First, taken before a meal will give one a sense of fullness. After all, the psyllium husk will expand in your stomach. And this sense of fullness translates to eating less. In that regard, Metamucil can be great to gain some control of one's appetite. And it goes without saying, one cannot begin to lose weight until one can control one's appetite. Second, Metamucil moves things along. It hinders the absorption of sugars and moves waste out. As a side note, not only does Metamucil hinder the absorption of sugars, but it can also block the absorption of several things such as medications and other supplements. Metamucil recommends taking medicines 2 hours before or after drinking Metamucil, or see your doctor. This is important in that the less is absorbed, the less goes to your belly fat. But Metamucil slows the absorption. It's not like Orlistat, that decreases the amount of fat absorbed in the intestines. Fiber works in a general sense. In a way, fiber is more about balance. So really, Metamucil is the tool. To lose weight, the overarching principle is simple. It is to achieve a caloric deficit on a sustained basis. To lose weight smartly, which is healthy, the objective is to eat clean combined with aerobic exercise, to strengthen your cardiovascular system and resistance training to maintain muscle mass. Metamucil is a great tool to help control appetite. It bridges the fiber gap when the diet may be lacking. It promotes great digestive health. While taking Metamucil is clearly good for your health, Metamucil in and of itself is not going to help shed those pounds. Want to lose 10 to 15 pounds in 2 weeks? Check out Fat Loss Boost, but understand this isn't a walk in park. Plus, check